Hey guys, Steven here from the Trading Channel, and today we're going to be talking about successful swing trading and how I used two different techniques, advanced patterns and breakouts, in order to accumulate over 450 pips in just the last 2 days. Now this is a follow-up video to a video I did last night called Forex Basics, my nightly analysis. And in that video I explained a lot about how I entered all of these trades that we're going to be talking about today, the analysis that I went through, and the reasoning behind entering those trades. So if you have not watched that video yet, then go ahead and click the link in the bottom left hand side of your screen. Make sure to go over there and watch that video before continuing this one, because this video will not make a lot of sense without first watching that one. So this is going to be a pretty short video. What I'm going to do is just go through the pairs that we took a look at last night and that we did some analysis on, and show you how that analysis played out throughout today. And I'll also show you how the live positions that we were in yesterday have managed somehow to all go in our favor. So click that like button for me. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, make sure you subscribe. Head over to my website if you haven't already, thetradingchannel.net, where you can sign up for my email list and you will receive a free butterfly pattern tutorial and also free analysis on one trade that I plan to take each week. So I'll let the intro and disclaimer roll, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We'll start here on the euro dollar, and as you can see here on the euro dollar, we had our flag pattern breakout from yesterday, and hopefully you have taken the time and watched the previous video that I did, so this makes a lot more sense to you. But we did break out of our flag pattern, and we've come up to currently hit profit target 1s, and we have our second position trailing stops here up under this previous support level. And that's our plan for this trade, is to just continue to move our stop loss up as new supports are created. And this is one of the trades that I sent out as my weekly analysis trade to the subscribed members of my website. And this trade was sent out right around here, down on a 15-minute chart. And as you can see, if simple patterns and flag patterns fit into anyone's trading plan that did get that email, this market did consolidate for a bit here, giving anyone the opportunity to get into this trade and capitalize on this large move up that we have since made. And now that we know what our plans are here, let's go ahead and jump down to the pound dollar. And here on the pound dollar, if you remember from the analysis that we did yesterday, we noticed on the hourly chart here that we had broken through this previous structure level and closed above it with these candles here. That gave us an opportunity to look for a reason to get into a long position on a lower time frame. So we took it down to a 15-minute chart. And wouldn't you know it, we found a potential bat pattern starting to form. I'll take some of these drawings off and go ahead and draw this in so it looks smooth for you guys. Coming in from X to A, down to B, B to C. CD completion was right around in here. We just did get filled by this little wick here and shot up to hit targets without even being awake. This trade happened at 4 o'clock in the morning because of the power of patterns though, and because of the way I trade patterns with limit orders, I don't actually have to be awake in order to capitalize from gains like this one. So hitting profits there off of this successful bat pattern, and what we would look for here is to continue making any kind of advanced patterns. As you can see, we are ranging now at this point in a form of consolidation on the 15-minute chart, and you can see a little bit of range starting here on the hourly. Now if we do break out of this range to the downside, and it looks like we may just do that, then obviously everyone knows what we're going to start looking for. At least if you trade in a similar style to me, you're going to start looking for simple patterns or trend continuation opportunities, like a 786 strategy trade where you can get a good risk reward. And as long as the market continues putting in these lower lows, you can continue looking for these breakout simple patterns and these 786 trend continuation strategies. And if the market stays in this form of consolidation, you can continue to look for advanced patterns. And this is how simple trading can be, guys. If you're just starting out, I would not suggest trying all of these things at once. Just focus on one thing. If you really enjoy advanced patterns, then just focus on advanced patterns for now. If you really enjoy breakout trades, just focus on simple patterns. So let's continue down now to the dollar yen. This was a breakout that we've had on since yesterday. We have currently got within about 4 pips from targets. So with that being the case, on an hourly time frame, I went ahead and moved my stop loss to break even, and I'm expecting this market to continue down. As I said yesterday though, it is possible that we could start putting in some consolidation between these areas at this point in the market. But overall, we are in a downtrend and still expecting, even if we do get some form of consolidation, eventually the market to break out to the downside. So that's what we're looking at on the dollar yen, euro Aussie. Here on the euro Aussie hourly chart, we can see some consolidation. And it looks like I already have this drawn in for you guys, but we'll do it all over again. Here's our consolidation zone right in between these two black lines. And what we can do when we start to see consolidation on an hourly time frame is drop down one time frame to about a 15-minute chart and see if we can spot any trades down here. Now I know some of you are wondering what that was that was drawn on the chart, so I'll go ahead and draw it on here again. What we're waiting for on this pair here on the 15-minute chart is the completion of a butterfly pattern. This butterfly pattern is coming in from up here, X down to A up to B down to C, and CD completion up at a 127 extension. If you're not sure how to trade the butterfly pattern, or if you do not know the ratios, then make sure you click the link in the description to head over to my website and sign up for my email list, where you will be receiving a free butterfly pattern tutorial sent to you by email for signing up. If we just bring on our 127 extension here, you will see the D leg of this pattern coming in right here at the 127. So that's what we're waiting on for this pair. Now we'll jump down to the last pair that I trade on my YouTube channel, which is the Aussie Cad. Let's get back out to an hourly time frame so you guys can take a look at this. Here we already had this bat pattern here, and now we've set up for a butterfly pattern all within this zone of consolidation, which is where we find the most successful patterns. So we are looking at this butterfly pattern, and we can actually bracket this market at this point, meaning we can look for a trade going long, and also we have a trading opportunity going short here with a Gartley pattern. X down to A to B to C, CD completion right up there. And this C leg actually needs to come down just a little bit further in order to be a valid Gartley pattern, but we are ahead of the game looking for it, even though we don't have a valid C leg yet. So this is called bracketing the market. It's just when you have the opportunity to get a long trade or a short trade, no matter what the market decides to do. So either way, if the market decides to come up, we sell on this Gartley pattern right here. And if the market decides to go down, we can buy right here on the butterfly. And either way, we have a trading opportunity. So now we'll take a look at the rest of the live trades that I had on from yesterday. So far we have the euro dollar trade that gave me a positive 50 pips. The pound dollar trade here that gave me a positive 40 pips. The dollar yen, which I hope will give me a positive 75. Euro Aussie butterfly pattern is not completed. The Aussie Cad bat pattern that we had from yesterday gave me around 30 pips. And now let's head down to the dollar Swiss. Here on the dollar Swiss, you can see that the trade that we talked about yesterday is actually doing quite well. If you remember from yesterday, we talked about this flag breakout pattern here. And this would probably look a lot more clear down on a 15-minute chart, but just bear with me. There's the flag breakout that we sold into. We have since taken first targets, and now we're waiting on our second targets to be completed. Yesterday's analysis showed me, if I zoom out to a 4-hour chart, that considering we had already broken through this previous support level here, that it was pretty likely that we were going to make it down to one of these two support levels that I have drawn in on the chart here. So with that being the case, I decided to take some targets off the table and then wait for this market to continue down with my second targets around 95.5. If I bring on my ruler, you'll see that our first target gave us about 100 pips, and for second targets we're looking at about 160, and I could move this target down depending on whether or not we set up a nice resistance level for me to place stops under. So what I'm actually waiting for here is to see if we ever do come up, create a resistance level and break through it before hitting my targets, so I have a safe place to move my stop loss. And if I can do that, then I'll just continue to move my buy limit down and consistently move down my stop loss to follow structure and to capture as much of this move as I possibly can. Alright, so now that we see how that trade is going, let's go ahead and go to the New Zealand dollar, which is the other live trade that I had on last night. And as you can see here on the New Zealand dollar, this is our second position. We've already taken off first targets. And what we did here is buy a flag pattern breakout, which set us up to be in a very good situation, and the news went in our favor. And a lot of people will say that this is just luck that this happened, but my trading plan allowed me to capture this gain, not luck. So far, we're sitting at around 180 pips of profit. And with this one, it's the same way. I'm just waiting for a support level to be created and the resistance broken so that I have a safe place to move my stops up. And I'm going to try to capture as much of this big move as I can. If you're curious about how to trade simple patterns like this one, this flag pattern here, and you want to understand how to put this into a strategy and create a trading plan around it, then make sure to click the link in the bottom left hand side of your screen. That is a training video that I did to show how you can create a strategy using these simple patterns and make it non-subjective so that it's testable and repeatable in order to make you a more consistent trader. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Don't forget to head over to my website and fill out that sign-up form to receive promotional discounts on the courses that will be available soon. Until next time, good luck in the markets for the rest of the week, and I'll talk to you guys soon.